Okay, for number 10, they want us to find the area of a rectangle. And they give us a rectangle that's 7 feet by 4, 7 feet by 4.5 feet. Now, to find the area of any rectangle, all we really need to do is, for instance, if we have a rectangle that is 2 feet by 3 feet, area is many times we call area squarea. So area is squarea, so that's how many squares, and we can see there are 6 squares here. So we can also see that 2 times 3 is 6. So if I have a rectangle that is 7 one way and 9 another way, I could go through and count those, but I know 7 times 9 is going to be 63. So that means we can multiply to find our area. So we can simply multiply 7 times 4.5. So once again, to multiply fractions, we have to make them into fractions. And remember, 4.5, cut the 4 into halves, that gives us 8, plus the one we already had, that gives us a total of 9 halves. So 4.5 is 9 halves. We cannot cancel the 7 and the 2 or the 1 and the 9. So we multiply numerator times numerator, 63, denominator times denominator is going to be 2. So this is improper. Fraction is a division problem. 63 divided by 2 goes in 3 times, which is 6. And there goes in once, which is 2. Gives us a remainder of 1, and our denominator stays as 2. So this is 31.5, and this is going to be, for this case, feet squared, so square feet. 31.5 square feet. We could also just put square feet, either way. Now, for number 11, it says find the quotient. So for number 11, we are doing some dividing. So we have 1/2 divided by 1/4. So we don't divide fractions, we multiply by the reciprocal. So we change this, so we have to change something else, so that's the reciprocal, flipping it upside down. We see we can divide, both of these have a common factor of 2. So 2 divided by 2 becomes a 1, 4 divided by 2 is a 2. So numerator times numerator, 1 times 2, denominator times denominator, and anything divided by 1 is going to be itself. So our answer is going to be 2. For B, we have 4/5 divided by 8/9. So we're going to change, flip, multiply by the reciprocal. 4/5, change that to multiplication, so we change this also. If you change one thing, you have to change something else. Now, we can go through and cancel on here. 8 and 4 are both divisible by 4. 4 divided by 4 is 1. 8 divided by 4 is 2. So now we have smaller numbers to work with. 9 times 1, anything times 1 is itself. 5 times 2 is 10. And that's a proper fraction, and they have no common factor. So we get 9/10. Now, take a look at number 12. Number 12 says that we have 3/5 of the students in the class are boys. So we know we have 3/5 of the students and they are boys. Okay? And then it says there are 18 boys. So we have 3/5 of means times the students in the class. We don't know how many that is. So that's our unknown. We're just going to box R is an R. That means equal. And boys, we do know the boys. There are 18. So 3/5 of the whole amount of the class is going to be 18. And so we know the class, we think about the whole class has to have more than the boys. So therefore, we know that our answer is going to be larger than 18 because we're going to have the boys and the girls. So for this, we are multiplying going this way. So if we go backwards, we're going to divide. And we're going to start with that 18. So we're going to do 18 divided by 3/5. So 18 divided by 3/5. So 18 over 1, make them into fractions. Then we don't divide here. We could do 18 divided by 3, but we can't do 1 divided by 5. So we keep, change, flip, and we can see we can cancel. Both of these are divisible by 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 18 divided by 3 is 6. So numerator times numerator, 6 times 5 is 30. 1 times 1 is 1. So there would have to be 30 students in the class total. So we can see our whole amount is 30. So we know 3/5 of the student are boys. So we'll just go ahead and draw this out. So we have fifths, and we know these 3/5 right here are going to be boys, and we know that this right here equals 18 students. So if we took 18 and put it into 3 boxes, we'd have to put 6 in each box. So therefore, these boxes here would also need 6, and that would mean our total rate here for the whole amount would be these 5 6s, or 30 for the whole class.